Hey guys, I'm Fam Traveler 87 and welcome back to my channel. So, I'm going to cut right to the chase. There's a topic that I really do want to discuss with you guys that I think is absolutely crucial. And it is one that is very controversial, but I've taken some time to deeply reflect and I really just need to get this out there. And so I am going to be brave and I'm going to say what is on my mind because I do have a right to express my own opinions and my own thoughts on the subject matter at hand. It's something having to do with respect. Now, we live in a society where change can often be scary, and people hate what they don't understand. And in my experience, it's really hard to always live comfortably with being open and putting your creativity out there with what you do. With me, it's songwriting and it's storytelling, especially considering that I write my own fan fictions, but what I'm really getting at is that just because you don't agree on something that you don't really like, you don't have to engage in it. Now everyone is entitled to their beliefs and their own opinions. And I understand everybody has their own livelihoods, ways that they make their money, but at the same time, you should still be a decent human being to somebody else. Those who use AI, that doesn't mean that they are bad people. I do use artificial intelligence for most of my videos when I am doing songs that I've written the lyrics to. I use Sono AI for the vocals and the music part. I disclose that all the time. I'm honest about that. Now, many people have reacted positively to it, and others not so much. And that is okay. I'm not looking to gain everybody's favor. That's not why I created my YouTube channel. And I have plenty of people who are artists who make art for a living and sell it, and I also financially support them. I ask them to make commissions for me, and I pay them actual money for it. Now, and I also have a friend who is in software, and I also have friends who are musicians. And they do not treat me any differently because I maybe not be as talented as them, or the mere fact that I use AI at all, even in the slightest, as some people do. I am still treated as a friend. I am not dehumanized by them like most people are dehumanized by others, because there are people who fear and hate things that they do not understand. Because there are people who judge you solely based on that one fact. And it is sad and it's unfortunate that there are people who are just trying to go about their lives, trying to go about their best lives, mind their own business. And it's okay to have a different opinion, especially if you're somebody who opposes AI. I'm not saying you have no right to that opinion whatsoever. You're right to have that. But what really bothers me, and I'm not just talking about myself here, I'm talking about there are other people who are harassed for this sort of thing on a daily basis, who are belittled, who are threatened, who are dehumanized, who are treated as a flesh-eating disease. Because there is somebody like me who does this sort of thing for fun for her YouTube channel. It's not listen, me using AI at all for anything does not make up most of what my YouTube channel is. I'm a variety channel. I do a variety of different things for the things that I've stated. And I've disclosed everything. I've been completely honest. I don't false advertise. I don't claim that I've done the vocals myself or done any sheet music. I just write the lyrics to the songs that I write. And that's all. And I also credit artists for their fan art of things that they've done. I credit them for that. And I also financially support my friends, especially who are artists, who do art for a living, who are looking to do commissions, and I pay them actual money for it. The biggest problem is that it's not the question whether AI is really the issue. It's an issue with how people choose to react to it. Because once people start going down a path where they think it's acceptable to send harassing messages to other people for having a different opinion, for expressing themselves freely for that fact, that they use AI at all, even just a little bit. And while it is okay for you to express your own feelings or thoughts or your dislike for something, it is not okay to attack, berate, harass, threaten, especially to tell someone that they should kill themselves. It is not acceptable behavior. I see it all the time. And it's got to end. It's got to stop. I know that change can be scary sometimes, but we all have to learn to adapt, and we all have to learn to accept one another for who we are, and not just put on these labels and just make assumptions of someone's true character just solely based off the fact that they use artificial intelligence for anything. It is wrong to treat them differently. If you have your own preference of who you want to associate with, well, I can accept that. But at the same time, threatening, belittling, telling somebody they should kill themselves just because you don't like the fact that they use AI and you just want to insult them and berate them, if you really want to spend that much time out of your day, just 2 minutes out of your day, just to do something like that, instead of doing something that's actually constructive, instead of trying to be a decent person about it, then maybe you should be telling us on the opposite side that we should touch grass. Listen, when I made my YouTube channel, I had no idea how or where or which direction I would go with it. I had no idea. I had no idea where to start. But given much time and dedication, and from the support of those around me who see me as a creative individual in my own means and what I can do, what I can contribute, they see me as a person. They don't put a label on me. They don't treat me any differently than they do anybody else, because they know that as long as I respect their decision, what their opinion is, they will always respect mine. And maybe in a perfect world, that would be the same with everybody, but it's not. We live in a very cold and cruel world where it's not always that great. We're all human. And while you have your own stance, you still should respect someone else for having a different opinion and a different viewpoint. And if that is something you can say that you don't agree with or whatever, that is your choice. Those who oppose AI, who come across my videos where there's any kind of AI content, I'm not expecting you to watch my stuff. You can skip, or you can just delete it from your recommended list, or however the hell you come across it. I'm not expecting you to watch my videos if it's something you don't like. I don't really expect you to comment, especially if I know you're not going to say something nice. Or you may say something that, well, You know, you are entitled to your feelings, and you're entitled to your opinion. But again, it is not acceptable behavior to harass somebody. It's not okay to belittle them for having a different opinion, and you certainly shouldn't tell them that they don't deserve the right to be here or have the right to live, because I've seen it happen with every other person that I know, and I've seen it with other people that I didn't know, and it's really sad. Just because you don't like AI, just because you may not support it at all, gives you no right to be indecent to somebody else. Because listen, I do my channel for fun. It's a hobby. I don't make a profit off of my channel. It's something that I do as a hobby, nothing more. It's me songwriting and writing fan fictions and all that stuff. It's all for fun. I don't gain any profit from that. What I do gain is a huge following. I am at 766 subscribers. And it's really not something that I would want to brag about, but there it is. And I've been told that I wouldn't make it far with this so-called AI slop. Well, there are plenty of people who have been appreciative, who don't really seem to mind me, who have responded positively to my videos. And what where my focus is the positivity, not really the negative. Because I am not going to stop what I doing and fighting for what I believe in, what I like to do, what my passions are. Because as an individual, I am entitled to make my own decisions. I am entitled to express my own opinions. I am entitled to do what I want for my channel. And there are plenty of people who are 100% behind me. And I want to thank those 766 people who have taken the time to watch my stuff, who have had my back. Many of you have been very respectful and supportive and pleasant. Um, and those are the types of people that I'm looking and aiming to please. I know that I cannot please everybody. And you know what? I wasn't really sure again whether or not I would make this video, but I really think that it's important that I take the high ground. And I speak not only for myself, but those around me who have been in similar situations, such as myself, who feel like they do not have a voice. And I'm just going to be up and tell you, look, if you do not like my content, you do not have to engage in it. You do not have to watch my stuff. You don't even have to message me. I am willing to take any constructive criticism. I am willing to open the comment section to anybody out there, as long as you are respectful, as long as in any way you do not threaten me or anyone else within my community. I can understand again that you are entitled to your opinion. I cannot emphasize that enough. You are entitled to having a different opinion. Everybody is entitled to have that. Now, I've been more than civil and reasonable regarding the subject. Now, you may not see me as a person because I choose to use AI for anything. But I am also a variety channel, so I do not just use AI for videos. I do other things without even the use of AI. But the bottom line is that all of us should be striving to make the world a better place. And while we are entitled to our own opinions, we still should be a decent person at the same time. But I'm not going to be discouraged. I am not going to let anybody deter me from doing what I want to do. Because everybody has a right to fight for their own beliefs. They have a right to fight for what they want to do with their lives. And the only way I truly fail is when I stop trying, when I have to force myself into the mindset that they're right, that I have to believe that I have to believe what they tell me, that I have to buy into the label that they put on me or on others. And just because there is somebody who uses AI, that doesn't make them an evil person. It doesn't make me an evil person. And there's absolutely no excuse to harass, belittle, tell somebody they should kill themselves, or tell them that they shouldn't be here, or they don't have the right to be here. You have no business telling anybody that. Just because you may not like AI. You don't want to be my friend because of that. That honestly, if that is your preference, then that's fine. But listen, when I made this YouTube channel, it's because I just wanted to do something fun. And I've come such a long way, and I'm proud of myself. I've had my personal challenges, and I still do, but I'm getting through it one day at a time, and I'm not giving up. Even though there are others who probably tried to convince me that I should just delete the channel and just be done with it, because there are people who are relentless, who aren't going to stop trying to belittle me, trying to deter me from doing what I want to do. But respectfully, I'm not going to stop. Because there are people who have been absolute rock stars, who have been encouraging and supportive and accepting of me as a person, who just sees me as a person, not just somebody who uses AI. They respect me as an individual. My artist friends respect me. My musician friends respect me. And those are the people that matter. It's not these people who decide that they want to start some type of hate campaign against me or others, who choose a different passion, a different way of expressing themselves. It's gotten to the point where it is so frustrating. Again, everyone is entitled to their own beliefs and their own thoughts and feelings on something. But we should still strive to be a decent person at the same time. I ignore a lot of negative comments because that's being constructive and that's being productive as a creator, because for someone like me who writes songs and writes fan fictions, who has such a huge circle of friends who are artists and musicians, they treat me as their family, and I treat them just the same as I do everyone else, with the same amount of respect and regard, and I do support them emotionally and financially. And there's no questioning that. I know that there's a lot of things that I have repeated in this video, but I really want most of you to understand that just because somebody sees me as that AI girl, or may see other people as somebody who uses AI, who they want to call lazy or not a real creator. People walk their own path. They make their own decisions. And you have to let them be who they want to be. You have to let them do what they want to do. Even if you don't like it or accept it or agree with it. You have to understand that everybody is different. Everybody has their own thoughts and feelings and passions and ambitions. And again, I have so much support from people who believe in me. And I have to think about, like, at the end of the day, that how important it is to still love myself. And remember that there are people who love me. Friends, family, people on Discord. Again, people who are friends that are artists and musicians from every creative field that actually respect me as an individual, who do see me for my creativity, who do see me for my imagination, who do see me for my passion, and how much of a big heart that I have. And I know that for those out there who struggle financially, I am sorry about that. I'm terribly sorry about that. But for those who oppose AI, at least try to remember to be a respectful person, even if you don't agree with the other side. Don't forget to be a decent human being. There's no reason to belittle someone for liking AI or using it at all. You may not like or agree with it, but you have to let somebody else do their own thing. You can ignore it. You can skip the video. You don't even have to even look at my own channel if you feel that uncomfortable with it. I'm not forcing you to watch. Nobody is. And I mean this respectfully in the most politest way possible, because I've seen many people around me, people that I care about, who have been harassed and threatened to the extreme. And it is absolutely horrendous how far many people are willing to go to shove their avocation, their vocalization, to spew so much hate and intolerance for something that, that above all, listen, AI in itself is not evil. There are people out there who are really cruel and malicious and target. I'm just somebody who does my YouTube channel for fun, who's just looking to entertain people. That's really the only purpose that I have with my YouTube channel. I don't profit from it. And again, where do you draw the line between advocating for your own beliefs and also advocating for something that is absolute violence? And we shouldn't be dehumanizing anybody for having a different opinion. For someone who uses AI, we shouldn't be doing that. You go about your own business and let somebody else go about theirs. Because if you have nothing nice to say to somebody just because they like to use AI, or they know somebody who uses AI, again, it's not your business to dictate what they should or shouldn't do. And for me, all I'm asking for is that you at least try to be a bit respectful. Because there are different ways to go about it, different ways to approach in response to something that you don't like. You shouldn't threaten anybody. You shouldn't belittle them. You shouldn't harass them. You shouldn't tell them that they should die or kill themselves or don't have the right to be here. Nobody has the right to tell me that I should delete my channel. I've really done nothing wrong. All I've done was be civil and respectful about the whole thing, as many others have, because there are plenty of people who watch my content, who appreciate it and who appreciate me. And if that is something that you don't like to see, then the best that you can do is ignore it and move on with your day. Because listen, I've known plenty of people. I have been around a long time to know that there are far more important things in life that I should focus on. The positive things. Not focusing on trying to please everybody, not expecting everybody to be my friend. Because believe me, there was a time that I really was the people pleaser. That I had this expectation where I thought that I had to get everyone to like me. And truth is, no, not everybody is going to like me. There, and if some people want to be against me because I use AI for most of my videos, just for the music and the vocals alone, and because I even just write my own lyrics, which I take absolute credit for. I do write the lyrics to these songs. I absolutely, on 100% do. And I do disclose that I do use Sono AI tool for the music and the vocals. I have been very honest about that. Full disclosure. Everyone has seen it. That's not something you can miss. And for those who have responded so positively with me in regards to my content, thank you for being respectful, allowing me to openly be myself and express myself. Okay? Again, please, just because you have a different opinion, just because you may think that you're the only one who's entitled to have one, please, there are other people. There are other people's feelings that you also have to try to consider. Because what you do would be emotionally damaging to them. Threatening someone, belittling them, telling them they should kill themselves because they use AI, which you don't like, that is wrong. So please, try to strive to be better than that. Because we all can strive to be better than that. And just because most of us may be on opposing sides, on different sides of the fence, we should still try to be neighborly. We should still try to be welcoming. We should at least try to be friendly. Because everybody is entitled to their own opinion and their own choices and what they want to do with their lives. And there is no reason to dehumanize somebody just for being different in that aspect. For any kind of aspect, whether they use AI, whether they are a different skin color, whether they're a different nationality, whether they have a different sexuality than you, everybody is human, and we all should strive to be better in this world. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and please stay tuned for the next video. Bye-bye.